Hello, is anybody out there yet? Hello, hello, welcome in. Just giving everybody some time to get on here. Hello, welcome in. If you could drop your name so I can see who's on the live. Hi, Kiana. Hi, Colin. Just giving everybody some time to get in. It just hit 4 o'clock. While we wait, I will play my new song and we'll give people time to get in the live. Mornings hit different when your dreams are homegrown. From Mrs. Southern Charm to the Homesteading Kontessa, she's still rising. Sun up, boots down, hands in the dirt. Water in hope like my grandma used to do. Tomatoes on the vine, soul in my hands. Turning sweat and soil into plants. Coffee in a mug, dreams on my sleeve. I plant what I want and I work till I see. From the porch to the pen, from the seed to a spark. Baby, this small town life still hits the spot. I got roots, I got rhythm, I got a vision. I believe in her, oh yeah. She's growing, she's glowing, she's glowing. With some faith and a little grit. Every storm, I'm still legit. Pushing forward, never back. Country girl, staying on track. This is my favorite part. Millennial sass with a garden flow. Family cookouts, letting sweet love grow. We ain't fancy, but we sure got class. Homemade sugar and a whole lot of sass. Sunflowers stretching in the July sky. Chicken coop blues and the fireflies. Call it heart, but I call it peace. Cause every dirty hand still brings me ease. I got roots, I got rhythm, I got a dream, and I'm gonna live it. Oh yeah, she's soaking, she's rising, So I hope y'all like that track, whether you're listening live or you're listening to the recording. It's on all streaming platforms. Apple Music. Hey, Bessie. Welcome in. You just missed the Roots and Rhythm song. Thank you. Thank you. But it's on all streaming platforms. So you can get it on iTunes. You can listen on YouTube. You can use it as a TikTok sound. It's everywhere. So I'm going to give like 5 more minutes and then we're going to jump right into this live. This is my first live. I've never done a live before. For one reason, my family won't let me be great. So I'm always afraid somebody's going to bust through the door or say something inappropriate. But I said, you know what? I just got to do my live and it is what it is. Maybe there are outbursts that make me go viral. I hope y'all are enjoying this beautiful Saturday. You know, it's Go Cowboys. They got a game today, preseason. I won't be watching, but I'll be cheering in spirit. I'm always going for the home team. Oh, look, I got a text message. Let me put my ringer off. So what y'all have planned today? Yes, Go Cowboys, Colin. Who they playing today? You know, they always do good during the preseason. And then when it's game time, I hope they do the opposite. Maybe if they don't do good during the preseason, maybe they'll win the real games. I don't know. We are so due for a Super Bowl. Okay, Chargers. Well, y'all know who I'm going for. Always a home team. Win or lose, I am with the home team. Thank you guys. You know, I got 3 people on my live, which I'm so excited about that. And that's my favorite number. If I get more, I get more. If I don't, 3 is fine with me. That just, thank you for just showing up and being on here. Thank you. Thank you. I tried to do like those Bantu knots, try to do something different. It is really growing my locks. For those of you that don't know, I started my lock journey, maybe, I think like 3 months ago. And I like it. It's hair freedom, just something different for me, easy maintenance, and it's been growing really fast. So I'm excited to see what it look like, you know, this time next year. I hear Farmer Aiden in there screaming. So he may or may not make an appearance. We'll see if he busts through that door. I put Mama on him as a bodyguard. So the things I'm going to be talking about on this live is why I decided to become a homesteader, and why I decided to do a YouTube channel, and about my new song. Yes, you know your nephew. I don't know what he's screaming about, but he's screaming about something. So hopefully we get more people to come in so they won't miss the beginning. But we're going to go ahead and get started because I like to start on time. Anybody who knows me, if I say 4 o'clock, I say 4 o'clock. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I decided to become a homesteader. It all started in 2020 when we had the pandemic and we was all stuck in the house, bored, going stir crazy, and didn't know what to do. You go to Walmart and there was no food. The shelves just were empty, and it was a scary time. You know, we didn't know what to expect, you know, around that time. So I wanted to do something to keep me active and busy, and I always wanted to do a garden. And I did one probably back in 2020, not 2020, but 2009. And I lived in Mesquite. I did like a small tomato plant. As soon as that tomato started blushing and getting halfway red, a squirrel bit it, and it just kind of discouraged me from doing it then. And I didn't try again in 2020, and that garden was beautiful. It was small, it was in my backyard, and I did like tomatoes, jalapenos, and
watermelon. I planted a lot of stuff in that little bitty spot because I didn't know better. But I did still get a lot of stuff for it to be a small space. From doing that and just kind of doing research, I just really dug into wanting to do things more natural, cooking things from scratch, really digging into my family roots and just thinking about how my grandma, how my mom used to do things. And I didn't even realize that this has been in me for a very long time. I'm just starting to dive deep and really get into my family roots and just the way they did things back in the day. Um, we call it homesteading now, but back in the day, that's just was the way to live. Just simplified, just living intentional, being frugal, and just just making sure that your family has something to eat. So um, I know in 2025 we have like DoorDash, we have Uber Eats, we have all of these things that keep us on the go, keep us moving fast. But it's like, what are we moving fast for? Why don't we slow things down and try to live intentionally and be in the moment? That's what COVID did for me, at least. It made me slow down and it made me realize that I was moving fast. I was routine, get up, go to work, come back, rest, do it all over again. Didn't live into the weekend. Waiting to Saturday to probably do something. And if I didn't, it was back on the grind Monday, doing that same cycle, and never really just taking time to enjoy the things that God have given us. Just going to the park, you know, um, being with your family and friends, and it forced us to be together. Going to Walmart was just fun because we couldn't go anywhere. So it really was an eye opener. I remember before 2020 hit, we always have the New Year's resolutions. People were like, 2020, that's a year of vision. We're going to be doing this, doing that, making your vision boards. But it truly was the year of vision, 2020 I vision, because it woke people up. It made you realize what's important and what's not. We seen death after death after death. You didn't know if somebody in your family was going to get sick. And it really just made me think, what is my purpose in life? What do I want to do? What, who am I, as a person? You become lost in these titles sometimes. You be a wife, you be a mother, and then you can lose yourself as a person. That was one of the reasons why I went back to school and became a dental assistant, because I wanted people to know me for me. Not when they see me, oh, that's Junior's wife, or oh, that's my kid, they mother, which I love being those titles, but at the same time, I was somebody before I became their person. So it was cool going to school, and then I would have to tell people about them because they only knew me. So that's what school did for me. And I, started my first business back in the day. You hear Aiden, you just got to hear him. Um, I wouldn't have it any other way. He just gonna scream, and anybody who knows me or been on my channel, go through my videos. You heard him scream, you heard him happy. That's just he going through the motions. But what I was saying, that I started my first business. I think my first business, I did the small businesses before, like Avon. Y'all remember Avon? Hey, Monica, welcome in. I told you said hey, but I did Avon. Avon used to be the stuff, man. I don't know if it's still around, but I would love to get my hands on a catalog. We used to have that skin so soft, and all those different perfumes back in the day. I did Avon. I was Mary Kay. Um, I think my first real business was the in-home daycare. I really enjoyed doing that. Um, then after that, I did like my lip gloss business, and then it spiraled into a skincare business. It was called Regular Girl Cosmetics originally, and then I ended up changing to Regular Girl Skin. And then I was like, you know what? Um, when people would see the name cosmetics, they would just think makeup. They wouldn't think that cosmetics means shampoo, nail polish, all those things under that umbrella. So I changed the name to Regular Girl Skin to let people know, hey, this is a skincare business. And then I was like, hey, let me add more because I'm really trying to get out of working for my 9 to 5. Like, I'm one of those people who do not want to work for anyone. It's nothing wrong with working for someone. We all need somebody who wants to be on a team. But for me, I wake up every day thinking, how can I not be going to somebody else's job? Just like you get up and know that you're a woman or know that you're a man, that's how strong I feel when it comes to wanting to be into business for myself. Right, Kiana? You got it from your mama. You know, you get it from your mama. Because I just got to make sure that I leave a legacy for my kids because I don't want to leave them dead. I want to leave a business, you know, something they can run far beyond when I'm gone, that they can keep my name going. Hence, the Homesteading Kontessa. What is the Homesteading Kontessa? Well, it's about family, it's about growth, it's about building and rebuilding. Um, who knew I would like farm animals? Back in the day, you couldn't get me to touch an animal. Now, I'm up here cleaning chicken coops. I'm up here scooping up poop, and I love it. I love it. Animals are so beautiful. The way God has made things. I mean, just if you just look at His design on the planet, on how He make it rain, make it the sun shine. Without animals, without the sun, without the rain, we wouldn't be alive. We need these things to grow. We are dirt. We were made from dirt. That's what He made us out of, and that's what I mean. Everything is a cycle. Everything is a cycle, and I realize that gardening is so close to God. And I'm not trying to preach to you, but it really is to see a little seed grow into something so beautiful. It's amazing that I'm talking over Aiden, but to see a little seed grow into something to eat, to know that it needs the bees to pollinate the flowers, and how this life cycle just create these things for us to be alive. It say the Bible say you have to have faith as a mustard seed. If you don't know what a mustard seed looks like, look it up. It's very tiny, very very tiny. Just that's much. That's all God requires from us is to have that little bit of faith, and that little bitty seed creates all this food for us to eat. So I mean, of course, I wanted to dig into gardening more, and then when you do gardening, it makes you want to do something else. Then I started to get backyard chickens, and then they bring me joy. It's mental health. They give me eggs. Eventually, I'll do those chickens that are for meat. Um, it's just mental health is important too. We all have things that we deal with. Some people deal with it in silence. Some people deal with it out loud. But we're all dealing with something, and especially my culture, we tend to think sometimes. When I say we, as a general, you may not think that personally, but our African Americans, um, a lot of people don't think that you need counseling. They don't think that depression is real. They don't think mental health is real because my parents' generation, they were do as you told, and get along. Just do what you're supposed to do. Do what I say. I'm doing it because my parents did it. But my generation is like, maybe that wasn't correct. Maybe, I tried to do it my parents' way, but maybe that's not what it is. And then my kids' generation, they woke. They got the internet. They research. They challenge you. And, it's a battle because we grew up in a generation where you did not question your parents. You just did what you was told. But then, is that really the best way? If sometimes now you need to do it with tact. You don't need to be disrespectful. Um, but when asking, you're just trying to gain knowledge. So if I would have asked my mom questions, she probably would have backhanded me. Depending on how I asked her. Just because you were supposed to do what you was told. You wasn't supposed to. Cause I said so. That's what she would say. But with me, I have half and half. I'm a millennial, so I'm that millennial that was born in the 80s, but I'm not a crack baby. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. But I'm that millennial that got my mom's roots, but then at the same time, I know what the younger people are thinking too. So I got the best of both worlds, so I understand. I understand what they go through is just, I feel like this new generation, they don't know how to deal with emotion. And I think part of it because of social media. Back in the day, you could hide a lot of stuff because you didn't have social media. Remember back in my day, we had beepers. Our first social media was MySpace. Y'all remember MySpace? MySpace was the bomb.com. Y'all remember that saying? MySpace, you put your background, you have your music playing, people call your phone, they can hear your voicemail song. We had a time, like we had a time. A time was had, right, Monica? I tell people I am in 2025, but I'm still living like I'm in the 90s. I don't run like everybody run. It's just a recycle of fashion, of music, everything. Everything just repeat itself. And even our music came from people from the 70s and on up. Everything is just a recycle game. So, what else I wanted to talk to you about? I am going to give a giveaway today. I have, my business, the Homesteading Kontessa. It's on Etsy. I do like natural soaps. I do body scrubs. I sell garden seeds from seeds that I harvest from my own garden. Um, I have a face serum that's a rose serum. It's really good. And I have a rosemary oil. Everything is all natural. I just believe my mom always say, "You look good, you will feel good." She would put so much grease in our hair, and she would make sure we had an outfit for every holiday. She would just make sure that we didn't go out. We wasn't never ashy. I had grease for me and you. And I just, when I made my business, I made it because of my mom. I lost her in 2015, and I just wanted to do something to just kind of, live her legacy. She still lives because she lives in me. If you see my mom, look at my face. This is my mom right here. And so she is never gone. She is right here within me. She's with my siblings, with my grandbaby. Her legacy lives on strong. And it's like gardening. You plant those roots, and roots run deep. Have you ever did some research about a tree and how those roots run deep? The roots run so deep it can mess up your house. And that's part of the reason why I did my song Roots and Rhythm. But before I get into that, this is a prize that I'm going to be giving out later. I'm going to ask you a question. What's in it, you say? This is my Southern Comfort soap. It's made with eucalyptus, chamomile, and peppermint. And then these garden seeds are mammoth sunflower seeds. Sunflowers is my favorite flower. The mammoth variety is my favorite. I don't know if you know, I put it on my YouTube short before, but sunflowers gets its name because they follow the sun. Wherever the sun is shining, the flower will face towards the sun. That's why it's called sunflowers. Um, my grandma on my mom's side, not my mom's side, my dad's side, her favorite flower is a sunflower, and I did not know that. And then my mom, her favorite color is yellow, so it's like the perfect flower for me. It's beautiful. It ties me to my grandma. It ties me to my mom. It ties me to God because the sun. I mean, it's just a wonderful plant, and I hope whoever wins that plant that for real. That way you can have a piece of my homestead at your home. But I did my song because I have my YouTube channel and I wanted something to play while I'm gardening or while I'm doing some DIY project, and just have it playing. And so I started writing stuff down. I'm like, okay, I like chicken coops. My birthday in July. Sunflowers. I love my family. What else? I was just writing stuff down, and I was putting it in. I was playing on this app, and I like put my lyrics in there. So then they have it where you can like put music on there as well. And you can even use these different voices. So I played with it so much to where it ended up being a hit. To where I wanted to actually make this song published to where it wasn't just on my YouTube channel. And anybody who knows me, if I put my mind to something, I really do see it out because I live by old fashioned rules. You have your name, and your name is the thing that's going to carry you out through this life. If somebody hear your name, they should say, "Oh, that's a good person." Oh, I don't believe that because that's not what that person showed me. That's what your name should say about yourself. And you should always say what you mean and mean what you say. These are things that we have been taught since we were little. So I'm that type of person that I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And it has caused me to have a lot of respect from people. And then some people who can't get with it, of course, they don't like it. So, but, um, that's their problem with themselves, not with me, because I'm going to always be true to myself. Because when I wake up in the morning, I have to look at me. I don't try to be like anybody else but myself. And I really genuinely try to have a good relationship with everybody, but you can't please everybody. Look at Jesus. Jesus was the Son of God, and they hated him. They killed him. So I don't expect people to show me more grace than they showed, Jesus. So, um, but yeah, my song "Roots and River," like I was saying, that's how I came about doing that. Um, Yep, right, Monica. I mean, you can't please people. You gotta live your truth. You really do. You have to live your truth, whatever that may be. If you try to please people, you're gonna find yourself unhappy because somebody's always gonna have a problem with you and what you do. Somebody probably got a problem with me now. Have you ever seen that movie Purge or The Purge, where they had one day to do whatever, kill whoever, or should I say unalive? This is my first live, so I don't know the rules. But they could basically be violent, and it was not against the law, just for that period of time. And what I found interesting about that movie was that people, they thought that they were liked by people, and they found out the enemy was in their home. The enemy was in their home, and they had this kill a favorite movie. See, just think about it. What if our president, I won't say his name, decided to say, you know what, on August 10th, you can purge from this time to this time. Then would you be safe? Or would you have to think, who have I made mad? Did I cut somebody off on the road? Am I cool with everybody at work? Who did I make mad last year? People hold on to stuff. People still mad at you and you don't even know they mad at you. So it's like, I say all that to say is that you would never please anyone. So you have to just make sure that, I don't know how religious you are. You're pleasing to the man upstairs, and then most importantly, that you are happy with yourself. And you got to create your own happiness. Find a reason to get out of bed and to be great. I'm always thinking, okay, what am I going to do this week? What am I going to do today? My husband, he called me Lucy from I Love Lucy because he said I'm always on a new scheme. That's what he said. But for me, I just can't sit. To me, it ain't even saying sit still. I just like to be active. My dad, he's active. My mom, she was active. I mean, I grew up watching a perfect example. Like, my mom got up out of bed every day, made her bed, and she would go to work, sick or not, saying every day, yep, right, bestie? She would say, another day, another dollar. And since I'm her generation, I would say, I'm not her generation. I mean, since I'm her offspring, I say another day, $1 million, because we want to elevate. So, but I saw that example of, she created the life she wanted. She lived how she wanted. She didn't make any apologies. You know how you say sorry, not sorry. My mom made that saying before it was a saying because she definitely lived in her truth. Um, and now she's laid those roots to where I'll share a little personal story. I won't get too deep, but I know before my mom passed, we were all thinking it seemed like I got four siblings. I got, it's me and counting me. I have two sisters and a brother that we all live in the same house. Um, I know that we thought that when my mom passed that we wouldn't talk. Like me and my younger sister have the same mom, same dad. My older sister and brother, they have the same mom, same dad, so you can kind of understand what I'm saying. So me and my younger sister thought that when my mom passed that we would never talk to our older siblings because they were older than us and we didn't have any problems with them. It was just like we didn't talk to them enough and we thought that my mom was the only thing that kept us like talking. But to our surprise, when she passed, we actually created a group chat. We was intentional about keeping up with each other and like checking up on each other, making sure everybody's good. That's what my mom did. She laid those roots to where she's gone, and now she made it to where her kids still get along, they still talk, and I we credit her for everything because she gave us that example. And um, my dad, he's the best dad ever, the best dad ever. I tell him all the time when I see him, he younger than me. He's younger than me. He can get up. He parties. He can get up early in the morning. I mean, he has some country roots. Like he can stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep, wake up at 6, and fix everybody breakfast. Just right, right. It's just I mean, you give people their flowers. I'm telling you, while they're here, it don't have to be literal flowers, but tell people that you appreciate them while they're here. Don't wait until something happens and then you want to start professing your love for that person or thank you, bestie, um, or deciding, oh, now I want to tell people I really did care about this person or whatever. I'm a person, I love literal flowers. Give me my flowers. If you don't like flowers, let me tell you something. When you pass, you're going to get flowers. So why give them while you're alive and you can see them? So, I love flowers. So I grow them, and when people give me flowers, I love them. Yes, they live and they die. That's life, right? You live and you die. And, you buy food, it gets spoiled. Everything got an expiration date. So, um, change your viewpoint on flowers. I mean, flowers is something that God gave us. So, um, just change it. They pretty, they make you happy. I never seen nobody hold flowers mad unless you at a funeral. You sad, but it's like a balloon. Balloons make you happy. I never seen nobody hold a balloon mad. So enjoy these little simple things of life. And I was telling you guys, I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to be a space to where it was positivity and a place where you can escape from the norm of the world. I don't have a fancy house. I'm not rich. Sometimes we watch these content creators and they have these fancy, nice homes, which I'm so happy for them. Not knocking them off. But sometimes it feels a little better when you can see somebody that you can relate to, somebody who don't have it all, somebody who's normal and not rich. Hey, I may not be like this for long, but you see me at the beginning. So um, just I want you to be able to look at me and say, you know what? I can relate with this girl. She seemed like she cool. And I just want this to be like a safe space for you to be able to take that. My videos on YouTube, they're like maybe sometimes they're 30 minutes, sometimes they're 20, sometimes they're 10. But it's 30 minutes or 20 minutes of you not worried about that bill that's due. Or, if you thank you so much. I'm trying to be relatable, just being myself. I used to be a person who, want to put all these filters on my face or angling that camera to where it make me look a certain way. But if you see my videos, I'm a brick house. I'm working on me. But until then, hey, what you see is what you see. and I love every piece of me. And when it gets slimmer how I want it, that's, you know, you know what Tabitha Brown said. That's my business. So, um, I'm happy with me as far as it comes to that. And it took me some time to get that way because I was so sensitive about my body. Like, you know, a lot of us women, and just sensitive about a lot of things. You know, we get right. I mean, we have things. Everybody, even people we look at, we think yes. I mean, we got to work on each other, right, Gloria? Um, we have to just do what make us happy because we can see somebody and they want to lose weight and then or they want to gain weight. We got different struggles. Some people trying to gain weight and can't gain weight, and we thinking you look fine, but if that's something they want to work on, then let them work on it, you know. But I stay away from these surgeries though, because these surgeries, we see these celebrities going in and they not coming back. So um, try to do this stuff the natural way if you can. um, Try to exercise, eat right, and that's another reason why I got my garden, because they putting all this stuff in our food, y'all. They putting this stuff in our food. We wonder why we got chemical imbalances. We having diabetes, high blood pressure. You know, they say you are what you eat. And when I grow my food, I know exactly what it was fed. I know what type of care it has. That it wasn't no dye sprayed on it. Um, Gardening is just so much fun. It really is. And you notice everybody who garden, and they try to be natural, they have the best skin because they're not eating all this stuff that's coming from the stores. Now I do still shop at the stores, but I have grown a lot of my things this year. Um, this year I hadn't had to buy any eggs because I have my chickens. I haven't had to buy any cucumbers lately because my cucumber plant being mass producing, and I'm starting to be picky on what type of meats that I buy from the store. I'm looking into this meat market where you can go buy it straight from the slaughterhouse. You know, I'm not a vegan. Sorry if you are. Well, sorry, not sorry. I'm not a vegan right now. I do eat meat. Would you say I feel you, value, and appreciate it more? Yes, yes. You really, uh, I'm telling you guys, when you come to my page, I really want you guys to just relax. I want you to not worry, not think about things. Um, I don't have all the answers, but maybe we can find them together. You know, maybe something that you watch of mine will spark you to do something, or just give you that 10 minutes of peace, right? So let's see who's all on the live. Like I got 7 people on here. I want to talk to you guys. Tell me where you from, if you don't mind. Trust me, I ain't coming to get you. You can just say the state. If any needs has the scan working to see what it says. Okay. You know, I seen Atlanta. Okay. Okay. Is that Sweets? Hey, Sweets. D-Town. You know, representing them Cowboys, Monica. But what I was about to say, it was a thing I seen that it was in some state they were trying to put vaccines in tomatoes. D-Town, yes, we love Dallas. Dallas people are so proud. We so proud. We don't hate on nobody. People be hating on us, but we so proud. But they were trying to put vaccines in tomatoes, and they went to court over it because they were saying if you're gonna do that, you gotta name it a pharmaceutical. And that scared me just because why are you trying to put vaccines in tomatoes? You know, half people don't read stuff. People just be picking stuff and putting it in a basket. So it's like if they're even thinking about doing it, to me in my mind, how I think you're already doing it. You know, you're already doing it. It's so much stuff that we don't know. I seen a video where this farmer was spraying green stuff on his lettuce to make it look vibrant. Now, not all farmers do that, but you know, we have some people that just not ethical and don't do right. So, I seen Atlanta, Georgia is in the house. How is it to live in ATL? Because people, they say that's the place to be, right? in ATL, you gotta come and experience Dallas. Dallas has a nightlife. I don't really get to spend that much time in downtown Dallas, but when I have, it's really fun. We have a lot. I have not got to experience my city like I could. Bessie, we gonna have to do some stuff because we said, me and my best friend, we make it. We intentional about making sure that we stay bonded. Not a lot of people can say they've been best friends with somebody since the first grade. I've been best friends with my best friends since the first grade. So talk about knowing your life, knowing your life. I mean, people can't be friends for a season, let alone your whole childhood, teenagehood, and your adulthood. So I am blessed to be able to say that because that is a flex. Yes, that is a flex to be able to have a friend for that long. I always wanted to be that person who had the same phone number forever. I still want a landline phone. I've been best friend with my friends since Head Start. Wow, Head Start, I love it. Man, that's good. You know what that tells me about you? That you are a loyal person. Because in order to hold a friendship like that, you have to be loyal in some type of way. So kudos to you and your friend. Head Start, bestie, they got us beat. But we met in the first grade, and man, we couldn't take us apart. No matter we have the same amount of kids. It's like we do everything alike and don't even try to. We just, I mean, we're in sync. I think my younger sister, she be getting jealous. Look at me being messy on my live. No, she love her too, cause she look at her like a sister. Yes. Oh wow, y'all got the same, but yeah, and oh yeah, my youngest daughter is on here, and it's so funny because I used to work at a daycare, and me and this girl, our kids, they would play together, and why come they met each other, or they kept connecting with each other throughout their life, and they have been really good friends. My youngest daughter and my ex co-worker, her daughter, they've been best friends, like she said, since diapers. So see, and that's what I like. See, that's showing me that my subscribers are loyal because you guys are friends with people since Head Start, since diapers, since first grade. Monica, I remember your best friend. Remember Diary, her and Shannon. Monica, everybody best friend though. Monica is my younger sister. Yeah, it is rare. And Kiana, aren't you the godmom to Leah's daughter, and her beautiful baby? But yeah, Monica, her and Shannon, they were best friends, and they would come over and spend a night. She would have Shannon spend a night, then I would have my best friend spend a night. Remember those days, spending the night over somebody's house? Now the world's just so messed up to where kids don't even get to experience going over somebody's house. My mom, they were still strict. They were like, look, let me meet your mama. Let me, who stay in the house. They wanted to know, who lived there, how many siblings you had. We just didn't go over nobody's house. My mom was very protective, which I'm glad she was like that. But nowadays, you can't let your kids go nowhere. They don't get that nostalgia that we had, being able to ride their bike in a neighborhood. It's just so much stuff going on. That's why you gotta find your peace. You gotta find something that makes you happy. It don't have to be gardening. It just has to be something that gets you away from work, that you can be happy about, and whatever that may be. You may be a painter. Let's see, my mind was protected too. Stay the night where, right? They don't have it. They can't, right? I mean, your mom, that she just cared about you. She didn't want nothing to happen. You just can't. I mean, you have to even be careful. Like, you think you know people, but sometimes you don't even know. You only know the facade that people give you, and if it don't feel right, don't do it. Like, I don't think I let my kids. I can probably count on one hand how many times I actually let them spend a night somewhere. Yes, let me make sure I cover everything because I had to write stuff down too. Um, so I think it's giveaway time, right? I think it's time for me to see who is gonna get this prize mailed to them. So let's see what question I'm gonna ask you guys. All right. So basically how it's gonna work is whoever type it into the live chat first, they will be the winner. And let me remind you what the prize is. So this is top tier. You know, you can't find this in the store. Nuh-uh. But this is my Southern Charm, my Southern Comfort soap. And like I said, it's made with eucalyptus, peppermint, and chamomile. And then these are some homegrown sunflower seeds that came out of my garden that you can make mammoth sunflower seeds. So if you're not a gardener, this is going to definitely help you get started, because once you see what your hands can grow, it's just addicting. So the question is going to be, what's the name of my new song? Let's see. What's the name of my new song? Look at y'all. I don't see nothing. Yes, we got a winner. Yes. And this is him.
Southern charm to the homesteading Kontessa. She's still rising. Sun of boots
You haven't
down,
heard it.
hands in the
I
dirt.
won't play the whole
Water
thing.
in hope like my grandma used
Your
to.
keyboard wouldn't come up.
Tomatoes on a vine, so
I hate when that happens when we're playing like cahoots at work or something, and then my screen won't work right. I'm a competitor. Like when we play Uno at my house, man, my kids, they'll make you want to check them outside. Be like, you know what? Let's go outside, because Uno around here, it gets serious. It gets so loud that my wife would tell me that we're too loud. So how can you find my products? I'm on Etsy. Kiana, if you could drop that link for me, that way she can have that link. But I'm on Etsy. I used to have a Shopify. I'll probably get that soon. But yes, everything is handmade by me. Nothing is pre-bought. Everything is made by me. I have an Instagram. I have TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, definitely follow me on TikTok. It's called the Homesteading Kontessa. And I believe my Instagram is Mrs. Southern Charm. All right, what y'all gonna do today? I'm about to drop this live in a minute, but I want to see what you guys are doing. Thank you, bestie. And I'm gonna try to do a live once a month. And I like to do games. So if you like games, you definitely want to join my live. Oh, you about to watch Wednesday? I dance, dance, dance with my hands. Thank you. Come here, former Aiden. I knew you were gonna end up coming eventually. Come here, honey bunny. You gonna say hi to people? Say hi. Hi. This is my honey bunny. You gonna say hey, sunflowers? Hey, sunflowers. Was in the garden dropping seeds. Rainy weather here. Oh, is it raining? I love rain. Some people don't like rain. He okay. I love rain. I love to just sit outside. Me and Aiden be collecting rain, don't we? And we like to play in the rain. This my honey bunny. This my roots right here. Right. He gonna continue my legacy. He gonna be a farmer for real. And he can literally say he's been doing it because he was introduced to chickens when he was 2 years old. And the diary said, hey, say hey.
Hey.
Say hey, boo boo.
Hey.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining my live. I really do appreciate you. And Kiana, I will have your prize here because you're in D town. So we'll message me and we'll get this prize to you. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye guys.
Say love you.
I love you.
Now let's figure out how to end the live. Thank you too.
Thank you too.
Bye.
Bye.
You said, hey, help me figure out how to close it.